I'm getting pistons for it, and it's running a B44 piston at the moment, so a little bit big, but these things are good. Mark II amels are a good thing. It used to have, it came with an old 36mm Mark I amel off a Bultaco, and the thing was so flogged out that it wouldn't shut off, so you go flying into corners and the thing would still be on half throttle. And this thing weighs a ton. Oh, terrible, pretty terrible sort of thing. It was also designed for a two-stroke Bultaco, so it's a Spanish one, so it wasn't really the go. It goes quite a bit better on that. What else has it got? It's got a 5-speed gearbox in it out of a Triumph, which is sort of useful. It means I've got a very low first gear. I could get the jump, and it's really good off the line, and I'm quite often in the first couple of bikes to the first corner. But then faster bikes have to you know, reel me in. Nice little alloy rims, Coney shocks. I've got to do something about the seat. It's sort of angled a bit forward, and it's sort of you feel as though you sort of put so much weight on the wrist, and you feel like you're sort of sliding forward into the thing. It's not very comfortable to ride. The other day I thought I'd better wash it, and I got one of those little pressure washers and blasted all the paint off the exhaust pipe with the pressure washer, that sort of stuff, you know. Runs on methanol. I tried it on petrol. It overheated. Cast iron head probably got a bit too hot with petrol, so it runs methanol. That's good. Nice clean green fuel. Not much more to say about it. It could probably use a complete rebuild, like just about everything I own. One of these days I'll get around to it, but I'm sort of trying to, priority at the moment is to kind of, you know, fix the back of the house, which is a bit of a shack, and try to fix that up. So I haven't been putting money into motorbikes. Well, maybe I should give the house a miss and concentrate on motorbikes, but you know how it is. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed looking at my motorbikes. I get a lot of pleasure out of them. I just think it's a good idea if you've got an old bike, especially an old one like the Bezo. There's classes now in historic racing where you can get an old dunger like that, and without spending any money on it at all, hardly, just getting the thing going, you can more or less get a license, get some leathers, put some numbers on it, and you can be racing in Class C. And it's fantastic fun, and it's much more fun than going on one of those sort of club rides that you do, you know, once or twice a year with red plates. You're better off putting, you know, race numbers on it and doing what they're meant to do, which is they're meant to be sort of thrashed, really, motorbikes. And you know, I even think that probably racing's safer than riding on the road. We've all been in that situation where you're going down the road and all of a sudden you run out of petrol, and so you're kind of fumbling around under the tank looking for reserve, and then you hear some guy behind you honking, and he's in a Kenworth and he's kind of locked up trying to miss you. You know, when that sort of thing happens, you realise that it's time to get off the road and get your bike onto the track, and it's great fun. The people in motorcycle racing, I found them to be very gentle and helpful, and really nice people, and yeah, so if you've got an old dunger in the shed, get it going, you know, chuck some bearings into it and some rings, and get some methanol from someone and go racing.